Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. The Los Angeles Dodgers are entering the final stretch of the regular season with a sense of momentum that feels almost palpable. After months of navigating injuries, lineup adjustments, and the inevitable ups and downs of a long season, the team seems to be finding a rhythm just as the stakes get higher. Every game now carries extra weight. Every pitch matters a little more, and every swing of the bat is scrutinized not just for what it does on the scoreboard, but for what it signals about the team's readiness for the postseason grind. As they lock horns with the San Diego Padres in a tightly contested race for the National League West crown, the Dodgers are showing signs of a squad that is slowly but surely coming together. Health has been a major story this season. The pitching staff, which has at times looked like a revolving door due to injuries, is finally rounding into form. Tyler Glasnow's return to the rotation was a major boost, and Blake Snell coming back from the injured list only adds depth and reliability to a rotation that has needed stability. Snell, who recently took a brief paternity leave to be with his wife for the birth of their second child, has already slotted back into the rotation seamlessly. It's a testament not only to his professionalism, but to the way the team has adapted to the ebb and flow of a season where roster management can make or break momentum. The Dodgers' bullpen has also benefited indirectly from these returns. With more consistency at the top of the rotation, the relievers can approach their innings with a little less pressure, knowing that the starters are eating up more outs and keeping games within reach. Offensively, the Dodgers are still feeling the absence of a few key contributors, which has been a recurring theme throughout the season. Max Muncy and Tommy Edman, two players who bring both power and versatility, remain on the injured list, and their absence has left noticeable gaps in the lineup. Muncy's approach at the plate has always been a blend of patience and raw power, and without him, pitchers can breathe a little easier against the middle of the Dodgers order. However, Muncy has been making encouraging progress in his rehab. He started taking swings off the tee, transitioned to cage work, and is now gearing up for on-field hitting. The timeline suggests that he could be back in action in early September, just in time to make an impact as the postseason looms. Tommy Edman, meanwhile, has had a season plagued by right ankle issues. After being acquired by the Dodgers last year, his first full campaign with the team has been interrupted by injuries more than anyone would have hoped. Despite the setbacks, Edman has shown resilience, pushing through pain to contribute whenever possible. Now, with a focused rehab effort, he is aiming to return in early September as well, ready to reclaim his role in the outfield and add depth to a lineup that thrives on versatility. Hye-Sung Kim is another name that looms large in the Dodgers' future plans. After some time on the injured list, he is expected to return shortly after the current series against the Cincinnati Reds. His rehab has included a stint in left field, though that is not necessarily where the team envisions him once fully activated. The Dodgers have a knack for optimizing player positioning, and once Kim is back, his role could be adjusted to fit the strategic needs of the team, whether that involves the outfield or an infield alignment that maximizes offensive output. The attention to detail in managing these returns speaks to a larger philosophy within the Dodgers organization. Staying healthy is important, but managing the timing and positioning of returning players can be just as crucial to sustaining success over the long haul. On the mound, the spotlight inevitably falls on Clayton Kershaw. At 37 years old, the veteran left-hander is not the overpowering force he once was, but what he has retained is a mastery of command, an understanding of the strike zone, and a level of poise that younger pitchers often lack. Kershaw has been on a tear, riding a 4-start winning streak into the matchup against the Reds, and he continues to defy expectations with performances that blend savvy pitching with experience. Over his illustrious 18-year career, Kershaw has evolved, relying less on velocity and more on precision, sequencing, and the mental chess match that is pitching at the highest level. His recent outings have been emblematic of that evolution, as he has kept hitters off balance while providing innings that allow the bullpen to remain fresh for the tight stretch ahead. The Dodgers, with Kershaw leading the way, have managed to maintain a foothold in the top spot of the National League West, a position that offers not only bragging rights, but strategic advantages as the postseason approaches. Each start by Kershaw is a lesson in efficiency and intelligence. Facing the Reds, he has historically excelled, and the numbers tell a story of consistency and dominance. Over 15 career starts against Cincinnati, Kershaw has a stellar record in ERA, showcasing how experience and skill can combine to produce remarkable results even against familiar foes. The return of Enrique Hernandez adds yet another layer of depth. Coming back from a left elbow injury, Hernandez's presence in left field brings options, flexibility, and a wild-card factor that can influence matchups and defensive alignments. While the season has not gone exactly as Hernandez may have envisioned, his ability to contribute every day, particularly in high-leverage situations, remains invaluable. The Dodgers manager has noted the unpredictability and versatility Hernandez brings, and as the team navigates the final weeks, those qualities could make the difference in tight games that have playoff implications. The narrative around the Dodgers in this stretch is one of careful calibration, blending returning stars, managing workloads, and ensuring that every move maximizes the team's chances in a race where one misstep can have outsized consequences. The Padres are looming as fierce rivals, but the Dodgers have shown an ability to adapt and persevere. The combination of Kershaw's leadership on the mound, the impending returns of key offensive contributors, and the strategic deployment of players like Kim and Hernandez creates a sense of cautious optimism. This is a team that knows how to handle adversity, a roster built not just on talent, but on the depth and resilience required to withstand the attrition of a grueling season. Even the bullpen, often underappreciated in narratives dominated by big-name starters, has benefited from these developments. With starters eating more innings, the relievers are tasked with high-leverage appearances, but they can approach those situations with a sense of confidence and preparation. The Dodgers' pitching staff is a blend of youth and experience, with each member understanding their role and the importance of execution in critical moments. That clarity of purpose, combined with the momentum of returning players, sets the stage for an exciting close to the regular season, where each series can feel like a playoff matchup and every victory matters exponentially more. As the Dodgers approach the critical stretch of the season, attention inevitably shifts not just to individual players, but to the dynamics of the team as a whole. Baseball is a game of inches and momentum, and the way a roster balances health, performance, and strategic depth often defines success more than talent alone. The upcoming weeks present a unique convergence of opportunity and challenge. With the Padres breathing down their necks in the National League West, every at-bat, every pitching decision, and every defensive alignment carries added significance. This is the time when veterans like Clayton Kershaw are invaluable, not just for their skill on the mound, but for the calm, steadying influence they exert over younger players navigating high-pressure situations. Kershaw's ability to dissect opposing lineups, change speeds, and keep hitters off balance has become almost legendary, and it is precisely this kind of leadership that allows a team to maintain focus amid the chaos of a grueling late-season schedule. His starts are more than just games. They are lessons in precision, patience, and the subtle art of pitching at the highest level, lessons that ripple through the clubhouse and influence the performance of the entire roster. Pitching depth remains a central theme. Beyond Kershaw, the Dodgers' rotation has been bolstered by the return of Tyler Glasnow and Blake Snell, whose presence adds stability and allows for better distribution of innings. Snell, in particular, exemplifies the balance between professional dedication and personal life, having seamlessly returned from paternity leave to continue contributing at a high level. His ability to navigate both personal milestones and professional demands underscores the human element of the sport, reminding fans and teammates alike that baseball is as much about resilience and adaptation as it is about talent. The rotation's cohesion directly impacts the bullpen, which can now operate with a clearer sense of role and responsibility. With starters capable of logging deeper outings, relievers can be deployed strategically, focusing on high-leverage situations rather than compensating for gaps left by injuries or overworked starters. This strategic clarity enhances performance across the board, creating a feedback loop where confidence, execution, and results reinforce each other in a high-pressure environment. Defense, often overshadowed by hitting and pitching narratives, has emerged as another critical area of focus. The Dodgers' ability to shift players, optimize positioning, and cover ground efficiently has been a hallmark of their sustained competitiveness. With the return of Hye-Sung Kim and the activation of Enrique Hernandez, the team gains not only individual talent, but tactical flexibility. Hernandez's presence in left field offers both offensive and defensive options, while Kim's adaptability allows the coaching staff to adjust alignments and matchups in response to opposing strategies. Each defensive decision, from shifts to communication between outfielders, contributes to run prevention in ways that are less visible but equally consequential. In close games, these subtle choices can define outcomes, and the Dodgers' meticulous attention to defensive details is a reflection of an organizational philosophy that prizes preparation, adaptability, and execution. The Dodgers' clubhouse culture also plays a significant role in their trajectory. A mix of seasoned veterans and emerging talent creates an environment where experience and youthful energy intersect. Mentorship and peer support are as crucial as individual skill, particularly during high-pressure stretches where mental fortitude can dictate performance. Players like Kershaw serve as anchors, not just by dominating on the mound, but by modeling professionalism, focus, and the ability to thrive under pressure. Their presence allows younger players to learn through observation and participation, cultivating a collective mindset that prioritizes consistency, resilience, and strategic execution. This cultural cohesion is often what separates good teams from great ones, providing a framework in which talent can be maximized, mistakes can be corrected efficiently, and momentum can be sustained across long, demanding stretches of play. Special attention is being paid to matchups in the upcoming series. The Reds, for example, present unique challenges with their mix of veteran pitching and opportunistic hitting. Nick Martinez, a right-handed starter for Cincinnati, has been effective at limiting damage in his recent outings, and the Dodgers must navigate his presence with careful planning. Understanding tendencies, exploiting weaknesses, and adjusting mid-game are all part of a sophisticated strategic approach that the Dodgers have honed over years of competitive play. Each matchup is a chess game, where pitching selections, pinch-hitting decisions, and defensive shifts carry weight far beyond the immediate inning. The Dodgers' ability to anticipate, react, and capitalize on these nuances often defines outcomes, turning seemingly minor adjustments into pivotal advantages. Momentum, as always, remains a fragile yet powerful force in baseball. The Dodgers' recent victories, including commanding performances over the Reds, have bolstered confidence, but maintaining that edge requires relentless focus. Every player, from starter to reliever to bench contributor, must remain engaged, ready to perform at peak levels. In the final weeks of the regular season, games are no longer just contests. They are statements of intent, tests of depth, and opportunities to build cohesion that can carry into the postseason. The Dodgers' current trajectory suggests a team capable of handling these pressures, blending veteran savvy, emerging talent, strategic depth, and a culture of resilience into a formidable combination. As September approaches, the Dodgers are poised at a critical juncture. The convergence of returning players, stabilized pitching, and refined strategy sets the stage for an electrifying conclusion to the regular season. Fans can anticipate not just exciting moments on the scoreboard, but a broader narrative of adaptation, perseverance, and calculated execution that defines championship-level teams. Each at-bat, each pitch, and each defensive play contributes to a larger story of a team striving to maintain dominance, respond to challenges, and assert itself as a contender ready to compete at the highest level when the postseason arrives. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Cody Bellinger's recent statements have sent shockwaves through the baseball world, igniting speculation and gossip about the inner workings of the Los Angeles Dodgers clubhouse. The star outfielder, who once epitomized the team's championship aspirations, made a startling declaration, exclaiming, "I'll never go back," during a candid interview that has since circulated widely on social media platforms. Insiders suggest that tensions have been brewing for months, with Bellinger reportedly clashing with management over both playing time and contract negotiations. While the Dodgers have consistently projected an image of unity and professionalism, whispers among former teammates hint at an environment where pressure and politics may have overshadowed camaraderie. Analysts are now poring over past games and trades, trying to connect dots that could explain Bellinger's abrupt exit. Fans have responded with polarized reactions. Some express sympathy, noting the immense stress athletes face in high-profile organizations, while others question the timing and motives behind the public statement. The controversy has sparked a flurry of online debate, with sports forums dissecting every nuance of Bellinger's comments, from his tone to the choice of words, as they try to gauge whether this is a personal vendetta, a professional frustration, or a combination of both. Rumors continue to swirl regarding the specific incidents that led to Bellinger's dramatic departure, with multiple unnamed sources pointing to recurring disputes during team meetings and practice sessions. Observers note that while Bellinger had enjoyed several seasons of success, including all-star selections and critical postseason performances, subtle tensions may have been simmering under the surface for years, only reaching a breaking point recently. Some insiders allege that internal disagreements over strategy and lineup decisions created a rift between Bellinger and key members of the coaching staff, leaving the player feeling undervalued despite his statistical contributions. Compounding this, speculation suggests that locker room dynamics may have shifted as younger players emerged, altering the team hierarchy and leading to perceived favoritism that Bellinger reportedly found frustrating. Sports columnists are now analyzing past interviews, press conferences, and game day behaviors to detect patterns that could corroborate these claims. Meanwhile, fan theories proliferate, with social media users linking Bellinger's frustration to broader organizational trends or suggesting it could mark the beginning of a larger exodus from the Dodgers roster. The murmurs have created an atmosphere of uncertainty, with many wondering how such internal conflicts could influence the team's performance in the upcoming season and whether management will attempt reconciliation or allow Bellinger's exit to stand. The fallout from Bellinger's statements has rippled across the league, drawing commentary from former players, analysts, and journalists eager to dissect the implications for both the Dodgers and Major League Baseball as a whole. Some commentators argue that the departure signals a growing trend of high-profile players openly challenging organizational structures, reflecting a shift toward transparency and athlete empowerment, while others warn that public airing of grievances could destabilize team morale. Discussions now extend beyond Bellinger himself, touching on the broader question of how professional sports franchises manage star talent and whether certain cultures inadvertently create pressure cooker environments. Reports from insiders suggest that other teammates may have felt similarly constrained or frustrated but chose to remain silent, making Bellinger's decision to speak out all the more notable. Meanwhile, speculation abounds regarding Bellinger's next move, with fans and pundits debating whether he will seek a fresh start with a new organization, perhaps one with a markedly different culture, or take a temporary hiatus from the sport altogether. The intrigue is fueled by cryptic social media posts and the absence of formal statement from the Dodgers, which leaves room for conjecture, rumors, and insider leaks, all of which are being analyzed in real time by a public eager for drama, insight, and behind-the-scenes revelations. Adding to the intrigue are subtle indications that the Dodgers organization may be struggling to manage the narrative following Bellinger's departure, with press releases carefully crafted yet seemingly reactive, hinting at internal discomfort. Sports media outlets speculate that executives are weighing the potential backlash from fans, sponsors, and other players, aware that mishandling the situation could lead to long-term reputational damage. The locker room atmosphere, once thought impenetrable to outside scrutiny, now faces intense examination, as commentators debate whether Bellinger's exit might embolden other players to voice dissatisfaction or demand changes in team policies. Leaked anecdotes from practice sessions suggest moments of tension over leadership decisions, clubhouse hierarchy, and perceived inequities in treatment, painting a complex picture of a team balancing ambition, talent, and ego. Observers note that Bellinger's candor may inadvertently shine a light on issues that have been quietly acknowledged but not publicly addressed, prompting a reassessment of organizational culture in a sport where tradition and discretion often dominate. Amid this swirl of conjecture, fans and analysts alike are left piecing together fragments of information, attempting to differentiate between confirmed incidents, hearsay, and speculation, all while anticipating the next move in a narrative that promises to evolve in unexpected ways. Meanwhile, the larger baseball community watches with a mix of curiosity and concern, aware that Bellinger's departure could influence league-wide perceptions of team culture, player satisfaction, and talent retention. The episode has sparked comparisons to past high-profile exits, prompting discussions on whether modern athletes are increasingly willing to prioritize personal well-being and professional respect over loyalty to storied franchises. Analysts speculate about the long-term implications for the Dodgers' roster management, including potential trades, new acquisitions, and shifts in coaching approaches designed to prevent similar conflicts. Meanwhile, fans debate whether the organization's handling of Bellinger's exit will affect ticket sales, merchandise revenue, and public sentiment, particularly in a city where baseball culture is deeply intertwined with civic identity. Across podcasts, sports blogs, and televised segments, every nuance of Bellinger's remarks is dissected, with commentary ranging from empathetic to critical, creating an environment where rumor and fact blur in real time. As the story develops, insiders suggest the possibility of behind-the-scenes negotiations or reconciliatory efforts, but the dominant narrative remains one of intrigue, tension, and uncertainty, underscoring the high stakes of professional sports and the volatile intersection of talent, ego, and organizational culture. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.